Hi, I'm Christy Clover, and welcome to my Periscope video. And we're not quite to the Periscope video yet, but I figured I'd go ahead and introduce it here to you. We did a homeschooling Q A. I allowed people on Periscope to just ask me whatever questions they had on homeschooling, and I answered those questions as best as I could, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great discussion. So I hope that next time I do a Periscope video, you will join me for it and join in on the discussion. Now, this Periscope video does not have any comments or hearts on it because I didn't get it downloaded in time so that I can upload it to YouTube. But what's great about doing Periscope to YouTube is that as we have discussions like in this one, there were several different things that I wanted to link to the video that I didn't get a chance to do, and you can't really do in Periscope. So some of the blog posts and different things that I mentioned in the Periscope will be linked below, so make sure you check that out. Now, a quick little Periscope tutorial. Periscope is very new and most people aren't familiar with it, but Periscope is not shot in a landscape view like this. Periscope is shot in a portrait view like this. So what do you think? Totally different look, huh? But I had to create this fun little template to go along with the Periscope video. I figured it'd be easier than having a lot of blank space. So put lots of fun little things around. So you can click to check out my blog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel here, and you can check out other videos. You can also, you'll notice I have a little spot here where you can click to follow me on Twitter. I'm hoping I can get that to connect properly. But if you follow me on Twitter, that is the best way to connect through Periscope. So I don't know if you have a Periscope account yet, but it's really easy and fun to do. You just go to Periscope, you will connect it through your Twitter account, and then follow me on Periscope at Raising Clovers. And that's my call name as well on Twitter. I don't know, what do you call it, a call name? I don't know what the right little social media verbiage is there, but my little call sign, I think that sounds fun. My call sign is at Raising Clovers. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter and Periscope so you don't miss out on the next time we do fun discussions. Now my game plan is to do Periscopes every Tuesday at 2 because I figure that's pretty easy to remember. And I'll try to do maybe 1 or 2 throughout the week as well. Those will be a little bit more spontaneous. So the best way to find out if I'm doing a spontaneous video or if I'm not able to make the Tuesday at 2 is to join me on Facebook or Instagram, or again on Twitter. Twitter gets pretty crowded sometimes with all the different tweets, but following me on Raising Clover's Facebook page. I always post there about 15 minutes before I go live. Here's a picture of what it will look like. And then I take a picture and I send it to Instagram so you can see it there as well. And that gives you a little quick update. Now on Twitter, they will actually, the moment I start broadcasting, they will send a link to the broadcast. So you can actually connect that way. If you're connecting on your computer, you won't be able to join in on the discussion. But if you go through Periscope app and follow it, my broadcast should pop up in your window if you're following me. And you can just click in and join. And Periscoping is really fun because you can ask questions. You can give me hearts, which are really fun and encouraging, which you won't see again on this one. All the discussion got cut out of this video. But it will be in my next video. The next video I'll be posting in just a moment. So anyway, let's just get to it. So I hope you enjoy this Periscope, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Take care. Hi. How are you guys doing? This is so fun. Well, I just want to say welcome. My name's Christy Clover, and hi there, Rosalind. I remember you from the Third Day concert. That was so fun. Or did you do Phil Wickham or Third Day and Phil Wickham? I can't remember. Hey, Heidi. But yeah, I was just going to introduce myself. I'm Christy Clover. I've been homeschooling for almost 8 years. I'm actually a homeschool conference speaker. And so I would love to answer any questions you guys have with homeschooling. This is kind of a free-for-all. I'll just be reading along and answering any questions you guys have as we go along, and maybe sharing a few tips here and there as well. I blog at raisingclovers.com. Let's see, we started homeschooling this fall. Awesome! That is so exciting. Have you been to any conferences or conventions yet, Rosalind? Because that's one of my little target audience thing is, oh, you were homeschooled? Oh, that's amazing. So you're a pro at this. But yeah, I'm doing 3 different workshops at CHEA in Pasadena. And they are, let's see, the first one's Getting Started, How to Start Up Your Homeschool. The next one is Surviving Your First Few Years. And the last one is How to Homeschool When You Have Little Kids, because I'm actually a mom of 5. My oldest is 13, and it goes all the way down to a toddler who's going to turn 2. Oh, the Cincinnati, Ohio Convention. That's awesome. Very fun. Are you totally pumped? I know it was like totally terrifying for me when I first started, but then once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Like I always tell everyone, my new person tips is to give yourself like 3 years and then you will feel totally confident. And yes, Heidi, you have some beautiful little homeschool boys. Heidi has advanced children. So yeah, she's amazing. So great job, Heidi. Yes, being on both sides, that's going to be totally different. Yes, being homeschooled and then having to homeschool. But take the pressure off of yourself and just enjoy it. In fact, I just wrote a post and it was called, What Does Indiana Jones and Homeschooling Have in Common? And it's all about that big step of faith that you take. You know, in the Indiana Jones movie when he like steps off and it looks like he's going to step into oblivion. And he does it. There's actually firm ground. So I want to encourage you, there is firm ground when you're homeschooling. So, hi, Wendy. How are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So, does anybody have any questions for me? My teacher friend keeps giving me amazing supplies. Oh, yay. And I have a great support system. That is awesome. That is so great. I'm like the hand-me-down person. I have so much homeschool stuff. I've been accumulating it for years. Back when my oldest was just little, I knew I wanted to homeschool. I actually have a weird experience because I chickened out of homeschooling. So we had our kids in private preschool, and then I took them out and tried homeschooling preschool for a year. Then I put them back in private preschool. Then I got pregnant with my third, and I went ahead. Let's see, I shopped for my own shelves at this. Okay, yes, definitely good to shop on your own. But yeah, so I had them in private, and then school, and then I went ahead and put them in public for a year and 8 weeks. So say, how do one child and okay, so one-on-one time with kids, and especially since you said you have a kindergartner and a preschooler, is definitely a little bit tricky when you have only little kids, and it comes down to kind of having things planned out. So I always try to kind of set up systems. I'm hoping to get some videos from my YouTube channel put together showing how to organize your homeschool. But really one of the best things to do is you just, take advantage of any nap times you have. Naps are key. Like we don't even start homeschooling in our school unless we have kids down for a nap, or my baby's down for naps, because it's so hard, especially those pre-reading years are the hardest. So, just do your best. When they're napping, do as much as you can. Otherwise, you can do fun things. Oh, they both still nap. Oh, that's great. Well, then it's just, do it snack time. So have everybody at the table and maybe give one kid, one of your children a snack while you're working on, some phonics or whatever you're going to work on. And then work on with the other child and just kind of switch off back and forth. So that's sometimes the best thing to do. A lot of it at that age is so basic. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself with kindergarten. See, I'm holding on to that. Oh, absolutely. We hold on to naps forever. Yes. In fact, my almost 4-year-old and my almost 2-year-old are both napping right now. That's how I'm doing this right now. We'll see if we have any stragglers that walk into the room. But yes, that hold on to nap times as long as possible. It really, really helps. So anybody else have any questions? Yeah, the preschool, the how to homeschool with preschoolers is definitely one of the big questions I get a lot. I actually, again, on my blog, I wrote this whole post. I share my preschool activity list, and that's one of the big ways I get things done is I kind of had bins and different activities that I just have a list of, so I can just go to my list and find what I have in my cabinets to just give them something to do while I work with another one. Okay, how do you encourage or make handwriting fun? It's been a recent struggle. How long have I been homeschooling? Okay, so I've been homeschooling. This is going to be my 8th year homeschooling. And how to make handwriting fun is, get honestly, throw out the paper and pencil. That's the best way to make handwriting fun. They love whiteboards. They love chalk on concrete. We would go to the park sometimes with just chalk and concrete and just have fun. Liz hates doing lower cases. She's all upper cases. Yes. So one thing to do, we just ended our night. Oh, you're awesome, Wendy. So you can jump in here too with any ideas. So moving over to lowercase, one thing you can do is if you get like any kind of a surface. So if you do chalk on the ground, so maybe do some lower cases on concrete outside, and then take a squirt bottle and have them squirt the letters off, so they're kind of at least getting used to how to form their letters. But just different ways of making it fun. If you do it on a whiteboard, have them erase next to you, or even a chalkboard. But just new fun ways to introduce anything tactile is great. So anything like that can just make a game of it instead of making it, school. I think the more that they don't realize they're doing school, the better you'll do. Because honestly, the more fun you have, I have two goals with homeschooling. One, as a Christian, my number one goal is that at the end of their homeschool, they will love the Lord. And number two is that they'll love learning. So I try, sneaky school. So I try to instill with them that, my little one loves using chalk in the driveway. I also play, magnetic letters. Magnetic letters are so fun. We used to watch that. I think we still have the videos, the leapfrog videos where they, the A says, ah. Has anybody seen those? Anyway, it's the letter sounds or letter fun or, I can't remember. I should go find it. I'll have to post that somewhere. I'll post it on Twitter when I find it. But yes, so those are on Netflix. Oh, good. Yes. So those are great. But my son, yes, leapfrog videos are awesome. But my son used to go and get the magnetic letters and put them on the table. So we'd watch it. So he'd go run and find an A and then go run and find a B. The 6-year-old tells people that we don't do school. I love it. That is awesome. They shouldn't know, right? My kids, they're so funny. Yeah, same thing. I get the weird comments from my children all the time. I'm like, oh, good. Yeah, let's promote homeschooling. We don't do anything. We just have fun. Yeah. So I love unschooling. We have a friend here, and I thought I unhomeschooled for the longest time in so many ways because I thought that, we're just doing, things not from workbooks, but unschooling is actually really amazing. I have a friend out here that took me through and kind of showed me how she does it. I do cringe when she says that. Yes. But no, I think everybody should have an element of unschooling in their routine. Just an unschooling, for those of you that aren't familiar with it. Oh, I love Matthew See, and I can talk about that in a bit. Unschooling, to try to keep my brain on track. I'm very ADD when it comes to things like that. I'm like, squirrel. But yes, unschooling is a lot of how would you best describe it, Wendy? Creating an environment for learning and letting your kids just explore that environment, figuring out things that they're passionate about and they're interested in, and just filling their environment with it. And I think that every homeschool really should have that. You can definitely use textbooks and workbooks and things like that, but the more you're giving them real books and real things to touch and learn and explore, the better. But yes, Matthew See, back to that. We have, let's see, child-led learning. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so fun. In fact, my two friends that do unschooling, both of their oldest kids just published a book. I love it. That's so fun. Well, you guys are just pros. I really think that's great. But Matthew See. So Matthew See was her language arts. Oh, that's perfect. Exactly. And and what better way to learn about things unless you're actually doing it. So editing is actually one of the best ways to learn language arts. So we need to get to the library. Yes, library will be your best friend. Okay, really going to answer that Matthew See question. So Matthew See, we have been using it since the very first day we started homeschooling. We have gone through alpha and we're now in algebra, and we have loved it. There's some things where I think when we hit multiplications, Mr. Demi has a different way of teaching it, and so I just explained my way, and he learned both ways of doing it. So Heidi, our library reading program for this summer really increased our reading time. That is awesome. And we use our library card. In fact, we have the best library system here, and there's a fly buzzing around, so this is going to be really funny. But we have a great library system here where they actually let me put things on hold on my computer, and they don't charge me if I don't make it in to pick it up. And then we just go in, pick up all the books that we need for that month or week or whatever we're doing, and then just bring them back. And I can renew online. I think I've renewed some books up to like 40 times. So I have had them for a long time. So I love our library. Oh, yes, it's so easy, Wendy. You're right. It's some libraries don't make it easy. We have like 2 libraries that we use, and one of them they charge me if I don't pick them up, and I don't like being charged because I don't always find time. Wow, 40x. Okay, Heidi, I don't know what that means. Did I miss that? Um, so yes, but I love my library. Library is #1 thing you can do with homeschooling. Even just make a day out of it. Just go and hang out, teach your kids Dewey Decimal, teach them to count 40 times. Okay, gotcha. Heidi always teases me because I'm old when it comes to like knowing all the social media terms. So she's always giving me a bad time. I always say # and I tell her things instead of hashtag. But yes, I do know what a hashtag is now. She has taught me that. She has schooled me in the language of social media. So, okay, any new questions? I got a couple at the same time just a moment ago, so I think I hit them all. But any new questions for anyone else that's joined us? And welcome. And again, I'm Christy Clover with Raising Clovers, and I've been homeschooling for almost 8 years now. Let's see. You can do split up or go through all the info at once. We definitely split it up. And it really, Heidi, it depends on do you do school type things in the summer or do you take a break? Okay, so both of those questions, great questions. So Heidi, we go through different seasons where sometimes we'll do math and that's all we do for the day because we just have gotten behind in math or history. Sometimes we do little things. My homeschool style is probably more closely linked to Charlotte Mason, and that is a whole different topic there in the different styles of homeschooling. But Charlotte Mason really recommends doing 10 or 15-minute segments. But if my kids are totally into a subject, then I just let them keep going on a subject. But it just kind of depends on what we're doing. And Rosalind, I totally forgot your last question. Can you ask me again? I'm so sorry. I saw it come up and then it went away. So what was that last question, Rosalind? And there's a little, summer break. Thank you. Okay, so summer break. We do take a summer break only because I've had 2 babies. Okay, this fly is totally bothering me. Because I've had 2 July babies, so I have not been able to, I needed a break there. I love the idea of doing year-round schooling. We're going to start school a little bit earlier this year, but we take a break. And that's a lot of times when we catch up on reading and we do other fun things and welcome Anthony. But yeah, we just take time. We'll do a summer we really use as kind of a reboot time. So if there's morning routines that we need to get on top of, we're getting on top of morning routines right now. Any character things that I really feel the kids need to work on, summer's the time. Chores are a big thing that we go through. This is when I teach them how to do a new chore is during the summer, so that we'll be ready for the school year and our days just get more streamlined. Can you see the fly buzzing around? You gotta love it. Keeping it really real right here. So we do take a summer break, but we do still do a little bit of school. And my son actually has a little bit of math that he needs to work on. And sometimes we'll do worksheets, but math is one of those subjects that I definitely try to keep them doing something, some part of it going, because it's a hard one. They tend to really forget everything. Love teaching chores. They earn special things with chores. Ooh, good. Yes. I know, isn't it fun when they love chores, Heidi? Such a great time of teaching chores and life skills. Yes, thank you, Daily Dwelling. Absolutely. So yeah, so we do take a summer break, and and one benefit of doing year-round homeschooling is that you can take more breaks during the year, and that's why we're not gonna take as long of a summer this time. We're gonna just take little tiny, little tiny break, not as long as usual. Usually we end in May and we start back in late August. So we're going to start back early August this time. Still do math and using text. Okay. Yes. So yeah, same thing. So Wendy, see, I love it. I love affirmation. So I still love affirmation. I think I'm doing everything right. I mean, then we'll be trying to purge and organize. Yes, we're totally doing. In fact, my kids' rooms are under construction right now because I have just realized that they had stuff under the bed and in the corners. So we're definitely going through and cleaning and organizing. And I do a ton of prep work for the year. And one of you asked earlier about, what do you do with the younger kids? But I have older kids, so I feel like there's that extra pressure. I really need to make sure I'm spending time with them with homeschooling. So I spend the entire summer prepping everything. And again, I will have YouTube videos and blog series about this and my blog site is Raising Clovers, so www.raisingclovers.com. And then YouTube, same thing, it's Raising Clovers. So your kids will learn so much. Mine have, despite my efforts to teach them. Yes. Kids are sponges. They're amazing. Kids really will learn. You take just a short summer and we have a big move this summer. Ooh, yes, a move. Wow, where are you moving? How far are you moving? I'll wait for that answer. I'm so slow at typing, so I can take your time. Yes, it will take you time to get back on track. And you know what? Life happens. And that's the beautiful thing about homeschooling is that, I get horrible morning sickness. And so when we're homeschooling, oh, wow, that's a good move. From one state to another. That's definitely a big move. So yes, we'll be praying for you. But yes, so see, life seasons and homeschooling are awesome because when I'm sick, we have a few things that we do or we take a break. And when we have a baby, we definitely take a break. In fact, one year when we had our fourth, I had to laugh because we started school and like 3 days into it, I'm like, I cannot pull this off. I am not ready. And so I'm like, we have moved a few times. Okay, Lena, that's awesome. Yes, moving is hard. I sort of have like to do year round so we can take more breaks. Yes, taking breaks are awesome. Yeah, offer often, yes. But yeah, so I was saying, one of the favorite Bible type curriculums. Oh, yay. I love that question. To finish my last story though, is that we took a break and we took like 2 more weeks off and then we had a first day of school all over again. So my favorite Bible curriculum, you know what? There are so many. We read a lot of children's books. I actually have, I feel bad. I'm like blog plug. I have a blog post on teaching creation. And so I love taking the kids just through their story Bibles. And sometimes we'll do activities that, I can find. I just Google different activities for, like creation or different things like that. I have used my Father's World in the past. Actually, for several years. This year, I haven't decided if we're going to do My Father's World or kind of a quasi My Father's World in Sunlight for our history and Bible. But My Father's World has some fun activities for teaching creation and kind of going through history and the Bible at the same time. So that's kind of what I use is My Father's World, just the Bible. And I have all of my favorite Bibles online. Okay, we fell into homeschooling in 19 months and then moved during that time. Wow. Yes, moving and babies and homeschooling. Those are fun days. Fun days. But yeah, again, take a break. Give yourself a ton of grace. So daily dwellings, tons of grace to yourself during this time if you are moving. Just know that your kids will catch up. We double up at different times and, we slow down at other times. So just give yourself a ton of grace. It's looked awesome on their end of year's testing. Oh, good. Yeah, in California, we're not required to do testing. Some of my friends do testing just to kind of see if there's any subjects their kids are weak on. I thought about it for this year to do with my older kids, and we had a conflict of the dates of testing. So it's something I've thought about. But yes, I recommend testing a lot of times when people are nervous because it helps you to see that you are on track. Okay, what other types of things do you do with kindergarten besides reading and intro to math? Honestly, fun, play. Kids learn through playing. That is one of the most important things. Make it fun. If they like rocks, study rocks. So unit studies are probably the best thing to do with kindergartners. We picked, I think my first year homeschooling, so that was kindergarten and first grade, was my first year officially homeschooling and filling out an affidavit. In California, I'm required to fill out an affidavit. But that first official year, I bought a few workbooks at Costco. We went to the library, and I did get Story of the World, and we just did a few of their books. But go outside, lift up a rock. This is one thing I heard somewhere, lift up a rock and whatever's underneath it, research it. So it's kind of fun. Okay, lots of reloads and playtime. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, definitely. So I hope that answers that question. We actually just released our last few butterflies today. So you can just find things they're interested in. Go get books. One of my YouTube videos is on the fact that we had hummingbird nests here. So we ended up doing a unit study on hummingbirds. We actually had one flying to our house too. I have got some video of that. It was really fun. We're going a little garden. Yes, absolutely. Gardening is awesome. So I love having other veterans on here. This is awesome. So yes, anything your kids. Okay, so when we first started homeschooling, one of my boys, he was a little apprehensive. He was like, "What do you mean you're pulling me out from school? And I don't get to play soccer at recess. And what's up with this?" So he told me that he would homeschool if we would do a volcano. So we happened to be going to Hawaii at the time. So we did this whole fun little Hawaii unit study, and we got home, we built a volcano, and it was just awesome. It was so fun. And he was like, "Okay, this is cool." And then we also dissected cow eyes. So it was so funny. So deal. I love it. So, okay, anything else? I'm loving this. This is so fun. Thank you all for joining me again. This is great. And again, I'm Christy Clover. I don't know who's just joining, but I have a blog that is raising clovers, and I've been homeschooling for almost 8 years. Okay, what do I do when one kid is into it and the other isn't? Yes. You know what? We take a break. So if one kid's into it, awesome, go for it. If the other one's not, really anytime a child's not into getting schoolwork done, change it up. You just have to mix it up a little, get them out of the normal place. Build a fort, put the schoolwork in there with a lantern. So just anything to make it seem less like school, like we've all been discussing, sneaky school. So the more you can, it's like sneaking vegetables into their meals, it's sneaking school into their day. So yes, anything you can do to get them outside, go to a park, climb up a tree, read a book, just little things like that definitely help out. Oh, thank you, Heidi. So, and determine what the cause is. Yes, obedience and learning issue. Absolutely, Wendy. Great point. Character. A lot of times it comes, we kind of joke in our family that, we want to learn academics, but character happens in the middle of it. Sometimes it's a great lesson of character. Your favorite chores for 4 and 5-year-olds. Okay, just want to say, that's a great question. So, but character sometimes happens in the middle of a math lesson, and sometimes they've got to learn about being focused and being obedient. And so thank you, Wendy, for bringing that up, because that is really important. Sometimes you have to step back and really focus on that. So for 4 and 5-year-olds, chores. Oh my goodness. So at 4 and 5, they can do almost anything. In our house, I have them starting with laundry. They help me folding. Oh, great! Folding clothes, replenishing toilet paper. Yep, wiping down baseboards. I love it, Wendy. That's awesome. So yeah, my daughter, who is turning 4, she loves vacuuming. She loves wiping down counters. I have her own little bucket with her own little tools, and she just goes to town. So she will clean a bathroom with me. She will wipe down the table. So anything they seem interested, anything that you're doing, and honestly, so I don't like doing laundry, and that was the first thing I passed on to my older children, and they all do laundry. Okay, sweeping, my daughter, okay. Yes, absolutely. In fact, again, I'm just unabashedly plugging my blog in my vlog, but I have a whole thing. I have a video on teaching kids responsibility on my YouTube channel, and it shows my daughter hanging up her clothes, and she's 3 at the time. So she's newly 3. So Aiden loves doing dishes. Yes, I love it. Sometimes I feel bad because some people use chores as a discipline. Hi there. Oh, yay, another person from Texas. Very fun. I'm in California, but there's somebody else that was saying they're moving from Texas. No guilt. Plug your blog. Do on mine too. It's open. Awesome. Thank you when you give me permission. I love it. But yes, so, I hate giving chores as a consequence. That's more of a chore. I use chores as consequences more for my older kids now, not when they were younger, because when they were younger, they thought that chores were so fun. And so I kept them fun, and I didn't want to squelch that desire to want to help. And so now that my kids are a little older and they're a little bit, they're still great at jumping in and helping out, but it's your first year homeschooling. Oh, congratulations. Very fun. I just read, I think there's a homeschool conference in your area just a little bit ago, but I am big on homeschool conferences. I've been a homeschool conference junkie for years. Yes, congratulations. So are you starting, Firemouth, are you starting this year, or did you just finish your first year? My girls love collecting eggs. Oh, I wish I had a farm. That'd be fun. We chicken sit sometime. And again, I've got this little fly going around. Oh, I totally want chickens. Our HOA won't let us have chickens, so we're bummed. But we do chicken sit, and that was a blast. We actually our friends went out of town, and we got to chick sit, so they actually stayed at our house, and that was a blast. And kind of funny. I almost killed them, but put them out in the sun. That was not a good idea. Almost finished with this year. Oh, congratulations, Firemouth. That is so fun. Yes, just have a ton of fun with it. Again, my biggest tip for new homeschoolers is give yourself a load of grace. Your kids will learn, really, when you first start homeschooling, it's more about, just like HOAs. Yes, we should not to have one here. Oh, good. Yes, and grace and patience. Oh, absolutely, patience. Yeah, I don't know who learns more about patience, them or me. Patience is everyday learning for me here. So that is my character quality the Lord seems to continue to want to test in me. So, well, parents, yes, grace and parents for both of us. Absolutely. So fun. Well, any last minute questions? Oh, I'm so glad you were encouraged, Rosalind. Thank you so much. So I really appreciate everybody coming and joining me. I'll have to try to do more of these. Homeschooling's very doable. Again, read that Indiana Jones in your homeschool thing. The biggest thing for me is that when you're start making bread. Oh, that's so fun. I have made bread with my kids once. I'm a chicken when it comes to baking. Baking new things. I will bake cookies all day long and muffins and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Heidi. Funny. Oh, I'm so glad you came, Wendy. So fun. But yes, I will try to do some more of these and we'll come together. But I would love to if you guys want to connect, so you can follow me on my blog. I try really hard to keep up with that and give lots of great tips. My little tagline with my blog, thank you. My tagline with my blog is simple solutions for a more joy-filled life. And so I really try to give simple tips, like just for daily life as moms and homeschool moms. But you can follow me at raisingclovers.com. I've got a YouTube channel. I'm on most social media. Oh, thank you. Now, every homeschooler needs people in their lives praying. Absolutely. So thank you. I appreciate all prayers. And in baby steps. That's one of my little tips too. Yes, baby steps. And you're so welcome. So yes, make sure you definitely follow me on Twitter, on Periscope, so I can try to let you know. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. I totally appreciate it, Rosalind. But oh, look at that. That's so fun. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. But yes, so YouTube, blog, Instagram, Pinterest, wherever you want to follow me. Let's see, Periscope. Yeah, I was laughing. I'm like, oh, and I've got a little Facebook page too. But yeah, the only thing I'm not on is, I think, LinkedIn. There's a few of them I'm not on. I'm not on LinkedIn, but I'm on a bunch of the other ones. But I would love to connect with you guys. So definitely, you can comment or email me or whatever you want. So thank you so much for joining me. And I had so much fun with you guys. So have a great It's Monday, isn't it? Have a great Monday. So thank you. Bye, everyone. So there you have it, my first Periscope video that I have downloaded to YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the comments below to see the different links that I have, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter, and as well as Periscope. And be sure to try to join me on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And you can check out videos here and all kinds of stuff, but I would love to connect. So please make sure that you subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you soon. Take care and have a very blessed day.